Alrighty, guys, so it's been about a month with the Nintendo Switch 2. I just wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on it. While I'm talking, you're going to see some like B-roll of me unboxing it because I recorded that video weirdly for some reason. I don't know why I didn't do a voiceover when I was unboxing it, but besides the point, got the Switch 2. I got this case for it at Best Buy. Super cool case. Pretty cool console. I do enjoy it, but it's much bigger than the original Switch. I had the Switch Lite, so it's even bigger for me, but it is way bigger than the original Switch. Also, undoing the Joy-Cons is extremely satisfying for me, personally. I think it's more satisfying than I think the old ones slid on through metal, and I knew that was an issue with these, so I'm glad I got the Switch 2. But main reason I got this is for Tomodachi Life, which I'm going to be playing. And I mean, honestly, I didn't have to upgrade. The Switch Lite probably would have ran it fine, but I wanted to get an upgrade because now me and my girlfriend can play Switch games, so that's one of the other benefits for it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool console. I don't know if I'm going to do a voiceover for the unboxing. I think I'm just going to play it now. No complaints. The battery life is kind of okay. It's not great in my opinion, especially if you're playing for a long period of time, but I charge it quite often, so I don't really have too many issues with it personally. I just charge it when it's below like 20%, and then I just let it charge up to, I limited it to 80. I'm trying that for a bit, see if that'll help with the battery life. I don't think it's going to, but there is a setting in the Switch settings allow you to limit it to 80, which is super nice. In terms of the dock, you can see right here, well, I don't know if you can see it if I'm doing the thing for the unboxing, but the dock kind of gets hot, I've noticed. When I take the Switch out, it's kind of hot. I don't know if that's normal. It is like right in front of my computer, but I don't think that's an issue. I honestly think it's just the dock. The dock is there to help with the 4K to 1440p and the higher refresh rate, which it does work on my monitor, which is a Asus ROG monitor. It has HDR too. The HDR works fine. I haven't really noticed it in Animal Crossing. That's like one of the main games I play right now. More games might be more supported. I don't know. I honestly think it's just the dock that's the issue. I don't know if it's supposed to get that hot, but it doesn't hurt the Switch. It doesn't hurt performance from what I can see, so just keep that in mind if you do buy this. I don't know if I got a bad unit or if the fan in the dock isn't working, because I know it's supposed to help with cooling, but I honestly haven't noticed anything different. It could be where it's sitting too, so. But yeah, I have it plugged into my monitor, it's fine. I think the only thing I kind of wish it had was better Bluetooth capabilities, because you can't have your phone and your Switch connected to the same pair of headphones like I can with my laptop and my phone, which I use because then I can switch between my laptop and my phone when I'm at work. It's way easier than doing it. You can only have it connected to one device at a time through the Switch, and if you have it connected to the Switch, you can't connect it to anything else, which is kind of a bummer, but at least they added Bluetooth. I know Bluetooth wasn't really a thing for a while. Yeah, it's a pretty cool console. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to buy it. I got this one at Best Buy, but you guys can get it on Amazon, I'm sure. I don't know if the price went up. That's part of the reason I purchased it. I got it for $450. Yeah, I love it. It's a super cool console. The display on it is super awesome. It's not OLED, but I haven't really experienced OLED, so I'm not really missing out on anything. I'm still using all IPS monitors, and I haven't had an issue, so. But yeah, if you guys want to buy it, there's going to be a link in the description below. I'll do an Amazon link. It will be an affiliate link, so disclaimer, you will be supporting me if you do buy it. I don't really expect you to. I'm a small-time YouTuber. I get it if you don't. One of the other cool benefits of this is you can actually get the Pro controller. I don't have that, but if I do get it, I will do a video on it. The included Joy-Con to remote adapter, I'll like show it on screen if the video is still going. This thing, it kind of sucks. The ergonomics are just not great. If you have the controllers on here, I mean, it's okay. Like, I can use it. I just can't use it for a long period of time. I don't know why Nintendo made it smaller, but it needs to be a little wider, and then it would be perfect. If they made it like, I know the Joy-Cons are long, so it's kind of hard, but they could easily make this more comfortable. I can use it. I don't have an issue with it, but that's part of the reason I want the Pro controller, or even just a Switch controller, like a cheap, even like a OEM one, or not a third-party one would be fine, as long as it's wireless, mainly because I don't like wires. I know I have a lot to talk about in this video, but the ergonomics of the Switch while laying down sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you guys about that. It sucks. Like, if I have the Switch in my hands for a long period of time, it starts digging into my hand because there's no ergonomics. I could get the D-brand like Pro Switch or Kill Switch case, that would help a lot, but like if I'm holding it for a long period of time, that digs into my hand. I don't know why Nintendo didn't like add a little bit of a bump here. They did it on some of their other controllers, I think. I don't remember what controller it was, but some of their older controllers, I'm pretty sure they had better ergonomics than this thing. And if you guys do get this, get the Mario Kart World one, because you're only spending $50 on the game. This is a $450 console. It is $500, at least where I'm at, which is the United States. If you get the $500 one, you're gonna get Mario Kart World with it, and Mario Kart World is $80 by itself. I actually regret buying the $450 one because I wanted to save 50 bucks when I should have bought it. So I don't know if I'm really gonna play Mario Kart World. I probably won't buy it till I beat Mario Kart 8 anyway. So that's just a heads up. Buy the one with Mario Kart World because you're gonna get it for $50 instead of buying it for $80, which I think is ridiculous. I don't know why Nintendo is going so high up in price, but it is ridiculous. But yeah, the ergonomics kind of suck on the console. The kickstand is awesome. I actually do like the kickstand. It's super rugged. There's a lot more like flexibility in how you want the console. Like you can have it lay flat but tilted a little bit, which is super nice. And this doesn't feel like it's gonna break on you. I don't think there's any other thing you can do with it, but it doesn't look like there's screws on it, so there's a chance you could replace it if it breaks. And they did add more storage, which is awesome. It's a 250 gigabyte internal storage instead of like 64, I think the last console had. And I haven't had to buy a micro SD card yet. These only do work with the micro SD card express cards. I tried to put one of my other ones for my Switch Lite that my girlfriend has now, and it did not work because it's not an express card. You need the express card. So if you guys do get this console, you are gonna need an express card, and those aren't cheap right now, especially with NAND prices going up and RAM. And I also recommend getting a screen protector. I'll put a link in the description to the screen protector I bought because I think the screen protector for this console is probably your best bet. You could also get a D-brand skin that'll protect it pretty well. I also definitely recommend getting a case for it like I did because I bring mine to work sometimes, and having this case allows me to protect the joysticks. I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but this allows me to protect the joysticks because these do get stick drift from what I've heard. So the best way to protect that is if you put it in the case and close it, those aren't moving around in like your backpack or your purse or anything like that. And the console's kind of heavy to be really putting it in your purse. I highly recommend getting one of these cheap. This is $20 case. Best Buy. One last rant. In order to back up my console, I have to pay a monthly subscription. Nintendo, don't be that guy. Please fix that. It's not going to be fixed, but please fix that because I really want to back up my console, especially my, my screenshots and stuff from my games. I'm in clips. You can clip stuff, which I didn't even know about, but you can clip stuff. So I'm obviously going to want those clips. There's zero reason I should be paying a monthly subscription for that. The 3DS did not have any form of payment, and I have a 3DS. They have a zero subscription to play online. Well, not anymore because the servers are down pre-tendo. Yeah, if you guys want to buy it, I'm going to stop ranting. There's a link in the description below. I do thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did, like if you liked it, dislike if you thought it sucked, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. Sorry, talking too fast. And if you have any questions that you want me to answer about the Switch, ask me in the comments below and I will definitely be sure to reply. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next video and peace out.